good. This is it. Hello everyone, and welcome to our 9th installment of Tango Kilo Sierra. Today we've got a little special treat for you that sits across these woods, but first and foremost, I'm out here on Jefferson Island Drive, camping out the family's old property. My great-grandmother, Grandmama Lally, used to live back there. My grandfather right here, and me and a couple of my other family members stayed in the blue trailer that's right behind Good Buddy there. Unfortunately, it went to the bank because the family member that inherited it didn't take care of it like they were supposed to. So that's how it's turned into what you see today. Trailers are gone. Memories still live on though. So we're going to camp this out, and then we got a school that we're going to go and walk around and see if we can't get you some cool footage of that's abandoned. And even that it was something that my dad went to when he was a kid. So it's got a little bit of history in the family. So yeah, come with me. Whoa, what the was that?
Dude, deer.
A big deer.
There's another one in there.
Another one over there. What were they doing? We just saw a couple of deer run away. That's pretty cool. Love seeing nature where nature's supposed to be. So that means that this property is so abandoned and so many people don't come out here that there are deer that graze and have their little nature trails here. This is the remnants of the blue trailer, where family members of mine and I also lived through 6th and 7th grade. Only thing left of it is the porch here, where you can see where things were left under the house and used to sit on bricks and stuff, but the trailers were so old that they had to be torn down because they were only grandfathered in until my grandfather ultimately passed away because he was the final person to own this land. This was my old skate pad back in the day, and where oil changes after oil change after oil change would go down from the late 60s, early 70s. I can't really remember when my family bought this property to right before the property was abandoned back in around 2015, 2016. So probably before that, but that's when I got out of the Marine Corps and started coming out here, and it ultimately looked like this, but there wasn't as many trees growing. But oil changes, car fixing, anything, skateboarding, just enjoying being out in nature, all went down right here when I was a child. Man, would my grandfather be mad about what the grass looks like out here. From the time I was 7 until he passed away when I was 11, I was out here cutting this grass, keeping it looking nice. My grandfather was a real stickler about the grass getting too tall because ants, the mosquitoes out here get really bad during the summertime. Only thing left of his trailer, which used to sit right here, is the porch and the posts that were dug way down in the ground where you used to go up the front stairs. Many, many years of enjoying nature and just hanging out and being a great family was spent out here. Yeah, it's just pretty surreal to see it like this after so many years of taking care of it and making sure that it looked great. What we got over here on the other side of these trees is where my great-grandmother used to live, my grandfather's mother, who outlived him. I think my grandfather passed away at 70, and she passed away at, I'm pretty sure 95. Grandmama Lally did. And she had her trailer down the hill there, but both the trailers were, I'm pretty sure, from either the 60s or the 70s. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's the late 60s. So they're so old, there's nothing you could do with them. So they had to be torn to the ground. It's crazy to see all this overgrown because many years we took making sure that it looked nice and the woods didn't claim it, even though it tried every year. I learned to ride my bike on this road. I have family members that learned to drive on this road. These woods I used to play in from the time I could remember being old enough to play. As you can see by the leaves that have fallen and the only fresh tracks that I know left, it's pretty deserted. Still awesome to be able to come out here and enjoy it for one last go of sleeping on the property that used to be ours. Alright, so today we're gonna have a couple drinks. I am gonna be on the cruising. Of course, I'm not gonna drink all of this. I'm gonna save the majority of this for little Friendsgiving that I'm gonna do Saturday, or Sunday, sorry. But this right here, it's gonna be delicious tonight. We're gonna mix that with a little Dr. Pepper, and then we've got Good Buddy. Oops. Some of these platinum freaking vodka, 7 times the steel. So you should have a pretty good time with those. We've got them in our festive little green cups that we're going to be trying to keep featured up until past Christmas. We got some ice, our food over there that we're going to be cooking, which is a little bit of surprise that I'm going to show you guys. And yeah, we're going to go and try to get some good footage of the school, and then come back here, set up camp, maybe start a little fire, and enjoy being out here with the spirit and the memories of what used to be here. So, as of 14 years ago, this past Veterans Day, my grandfather has been dead for 14 years. So, I figured no better time than now to come out here to this beautiful little abandoned piece of property where he passed away and have a drink for the old man. We're also going to drink to all the good memories that my family has shared out here, and all of the crazy times that were had out here from year to decade to decade to decade. So, this is for you, old man. Cheers. Cheers. Alright, so as we walk back here in the woods towards the Sloan School, which is the school my father went to when he was in high school, back before I was even a thought in his head. As you can see, we got some old oil filters here, just like I told you. Concrete pad that's right there used to be where the oil would be changed, and pretty much anything that had to do with making your car run again would happen right there on that concrete pad. Got a old Michelob bottle right here under my feet. My dad probably fired that back here years and years ago. Oh, look, Good Buddy, look at that. Old Coors can. How about it? How many of these have we canned? And look at how old the little logo on it and stuff is. That's got to be from the 90s. It's awesome. Pick this little bit of this stuff up later, but it's been back here for a while. Old family trash pile here, I guess. I don't really remember because I wasn't allowed back here. This old Budweiser can there. Oh, this I actually do remember. This was my sister's. It used to be a doctor's set that used to come with like a stethoscope and all kinds of cool stuff. Man, I wonder how many years that's been back here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the back side of Sloan School. You can see there's a little spot here where we can get over the fence. Oh man, look at this death trap. All metal. Well, not the slide anymore, because I guess the metal rotted. But the stairs are metal, and the slide is made out of fiberglass. But people didn't care about safety back in the day, so there's no siding. Nope, it does have a little metal slide. Look at that. It's just a piece of sheet metal set on top of this fiberglass. Wow, it's pretty cool. Back before people cared about safety and, you know, that pretty far drive for a kid. I know I fallen off of my fair share of these in the 90s and early 2000s. Cool to see it still here. Got this old spring here that used to sit maybe a elephant or a rocket ship or something back in the day. You can tell by that cast iron spring, but that is from many, many, many moons ago. Probably from the late 60s, early 70s. Got your balance beams here, they're kind of rotting away. Got your jumbo gym here that's shaped like a spider, which I always thought was cool because I'd come over here and walk through the woods and see children playing on it. But, yeah. As you can see, it's a little spider. Pretty abandoned. See where the roof's caved in right here. Y'all think we should venture inside? I think we should. Man, see what they've been in here tearing out the asbestos roofing and stuff like that. We're gonna be careful walking on this floor because you never know where there could be weak spots. As you can see, here's a hallway with some classrooms. We'll walk back up in there in a minute. The restrooms are over here, obviously. We'll walk back up in there in a minute. And then this obviously was where the office was, and receiving and enrolling your kids and whatnot went down. Be careful because I'm sure there's asbestos. We don't want to kick up anything and make any dust. See, a little classroom here with some wallpaper. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this was a house part of it where somebody lived, because there's a bathroom right there that has a full shower. You can see this is more of a room with a closet than it is a classroom. See the attic fan? That's for schools back when they didn't have air conditioner. That would pull hot air out, dragging in cool air. Got a pretty old thermostat here, so this is probably where somebody lived that helped run the school, because there's a little manuscript on the wall right there. Group name, Sloan School Incorporated. Group number. This is effective date December 1st, 1994. I was literally like 4 months old. That's an incredible piece of history. Alright, so it's a little bit more modern part of the school, as you can see by the lights here and the halogen lights and the roof squares and the modern day insulation, modern day boards. So it's probably the last place that this school actually had class. Or heck, maybe where the class was given in the first place, I'm not sure. I never came to this school, but my father did back in the late 80s. So, as you can see, still got the Bill of Rights poster up here, which is pretty incredible. The tile's starting to come up. Some textbooks here, old dictionaries. This is handmade. It's pretty cool. What's behind me is the gym. It's got big steel doors on it, as you can see, so there's probably no getting in there. We're going to walk around and see. But over there is where the football field was, and the older classes would have their recess out there, as where the elementary school kids would over there. This was like a alternative school / private school kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the reasons my dad had to come here, because it was an alternative school. But yeah, still pretty cool. We're gonna go and look around the playground a little bit more, because I found a couple of cool things out there, and then we're gonna make it back to the truck and have a few more drinks and just generally enjoy being out here in this part of town. Wooden door. When's the last time you've seen something that used a wooden door? As you can see through here, which I'm not going to walk back up in here, this is also the remnants of where probably the middle school was held, because the high school was held over there in that building, I know for a fact. So elementary and middle school is held right here, but as you can see, roof's caved in. Attic is also open right there. And I don't want to have any troubles with kicking up any kind of asbestos dust because this school is definitely known for being old enough to have that kind of stuff in it. But get a little bit of footage of it. You can see posters on the wall, world geography, all that cool stuff. See how this is built out of an old propane tank from way back in the day? It's got the nozzle here they welded shut, and it's got the tank itself. I'm gonna fulfill a childhood dream. I'm gonna play on this little jungle gym for a second. Oh yeah. Oh, it's fun and dangerous. Just like it was in the 90s. Hope this can hold my weight even because this wasn't built for children. This here was probably built out here in the 70s or the 60s. About the best looking piece of equipment that's still out here. Handmade, you can tell by the square bolts and the way it's all welded together. And it's still standing with minimal rust. Goes to show, if you build it to last, it'll last. So as you can see, school pretty close to where my grandfather used to live. You could hear kids screaming all the time when we'd come over and hang out when we were off school, because it was also used as a daycare, I'm pretty sure, because there was kids there in the summertime. As you can see how close it is to our campsite, it's still pretty cool. We got the footage that we're happy with. Unfortunately, we couldn't go deeper in the school because I did see an asbestos truck there a couple days ago when I was scoping this spot out. So I'm sure they're not finished, and I'm sure they're in there kicking up tons of stuff because the attic doors are down, the ladders are out, so you can tell people have been in that attic. Gonna go have a couple more drinks, hang out over here on the old concrete pad, maybe get the little bit of camp set up, and maybe watch something on the phone, I'm not sure, but just wait for the sun to go down and then we'll have something delicious to cook for you. So what we're doing here, we're gonna make us a little bed of sticks right up here on top of our concrete slab, because obviously it's never getting used for anything ever again. I didn't bring any chips or any kind of lighter on this trip because I'm a little bit crazy, but I do have a big lighter, so we're gonna get some of these leaves and stuff, I guess, and see if we can't get this fire started off right. So we're gonna go rustic here and use our little book of matches. I don't want to burn the whole book, but if we got to, we got to. Should be okay though. My grandfather would have killed me if I would have ever tried to do this when I was a kid. Alright, so I'd like to take this time to thank everyone for liking and subscribing to our videos. As of today, we're almost at 400 subscribers. It's just beyond my wildest dreams awesome. If you have it in your heart, or you would like to, just like and subscribe to our channel. Share our content, because it helps us out a lot, and it helps us come and enjoy really great places like this. Thank you to everyone who has donated to our PayPal. The link to that will be in the description below. Anything that you can give, we really appreciate. Even if you can't give, your view is greatly appreciated. This is to our viewers and subscribers.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we're reaching towards the end of our video here. We've had us a few of our rum drinks and we really enjoyed those. And we've got a little bit of soup there. We're going to tear the label off of it after this fire dies down a little bit and put it in the fire, cook it up, go half and half on the plate with good buddy. Scarf that down because it's about 39 degrees out here right now. So we definitely are trying to stay warm, eat some warm food, and get inside of our warm sleeping bags and wait the night out and see what kind of cold the morning brings us. But we're having a great time getting it done, keeping our fire going, and should go just okay for our very first super cold camp this year. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to our cooking segment. We've got today for you some old-fashioned potato and ham chowder from Campbell's Chunky. This right here has been one of my favorites for a while, and it's going to be nice and warm. Get our bellies nice and full with some warm potatoes and ham before we crawl into the sleeping bags. It is a frigid night out here for as far as like how early in the year it is, so it a little bit scary for the future of Tango Kilo Sierra, but like we say in our past videos, we are not scared and we're going to keep on trucking. So we're going to be eating it today off of our deep little festive plates here. Just like the green solo cups, we're going to try to keep these going all the way through Christmas and just have some awesome delicious food that we're going to cook, that we're going to eat off of these. So we'll get those open here in a little bit. Try to cut the plastic with this thing and get it to work. I bet. Oh, there we go. Perfect. We get our tab pop there. Tabs pop. I'm only going to drag it back just a tiny little bit. About like yay, so it can breathe. And we're going to find it a nice little home right here in our bed of coals that we've been, I got my fingertips hot, so I know that's going to get nice and warm. We're going to use our spoon to stir it every, like, let's say 5 minutes at the most, maybe 3 minutes, depending on how I'm feeling. And after about 20 minutes, it should be ready to go on the plates and ready to go in me and good buddy's stomach. So we'll see you at the end of this can getting finished. Just gotta get far enough away where it's not gonna burn my fingers to get the can out. There we go. Oh yeah, it's getting nice and soupy and delicious looking. Just a little while longer. It's warm, but it's not hot enough. I think that it's ready to go. And take our paper plate here, pull her on out the fire. Kept my hand from getting burnt. Not a bad little tactic to use. I'm gonna let this cool off from being on the fire for about 20 minutes now. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. We can try it. You want to eat a good majority of this before it gets cold. Alright, good buddy. Oh, that's all you. It's really, really hot.
Thanks,
So
buddy.
be careful with it. Very, very hot. I'm just gonna eat what's out of the can here. Ah, delicious warm meal on a frigid 36-degree night. We're gonna get this in our bellies. We're gonna get in our sleeping bags, and then we're gonna get a little bit of sleep. Get up out of here early because we got to go back to what we normally do tomorrow. But delicious food for the evening. Alright, so we had a pretty good night tonight. Got some delicious food in our bellies. Got our warming layers on so we can survive the night here. It's going to be a cold one. It's supposed to be 36 in the next hour. So we can get curled up in our nice warm sleeping bag here. And yep, we'll see you in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, got a little bit cold last night. Coldest by far. Got down 36, it's warmed back up to about 39 now. Shivering, as you can see. I know it's not too cold for our people up north who enjoy doing this in the snow, but with proper equipment and a tent, I think I would too. We're gonna get camp packed up and go back to what we do normally. We got our campfire stoked. Made sure that it's barely smoldering where it ain't gonna roll any kind of embers or anything onto the grass and light this place on fire. Got our camp packed up. We packed it in, we packed it out as usual. Cleaned up a little trash along the way. Last night was fun. This morning not so much. Got kind of cold. But I'm gonna get my cozy truck because I gotta get back to doing what I do normally. And we'll find another great place, and we'll see you next time.